Look at dogs, really look at them. They don't pay rent, they don't cook, they don't clean, they don't have jobs, they don't even pretend to contribute to society. And somehow we feed them, buy them toys, take them to doctors, let them sleep on our beds, and then follow them around outside with tiny plastic bags waiting for them to poop. And then we pick it up like employees. So I have one question. Are dogs actually our pets? Or did dogs somehow trick humans into becoming their servants? Because when you think about it, this deal is insane. A wolf had to hunt, fight, survive winter, avoid starvation, and risk getting deleted by nature every single day. A dog? A dog looks at you with those giant sad eyes, and suddenly you're saying, "Do you want the salmon flavor or the chicken flavor, my tiny prince?" Bro, we lost badly. For most animals, survival is brutal. A deer wakes up and immediately has to worry about being lunch. A rabbit hears one leaf move and starts writing its will. A squirrel spends its whole life collecting nuts like rent is due tomorrow. But dogs discovered the ultimate survival strategy: make humans emotionally weak. Instead of evolving bigger claws, they evolved bigger eyes. Instead of becoming faster, they became cuter. Instead of learning how to hunt better, they learned how to sit next to your dinner table and stare at you like they just came back from war. And somehow that worked. It worked so well that now dogs are everywhere, in houses, in apartments, in cars, in strollers, in birthday parties, in Christmas cards. There are dogs with health insurance, dogs with Instagram accounts, dogs with better haircuts than most men. A wolf looks at a dog and probably thinks, "Brother, what happened to you?" And the dog is like, "I became rich." Because that is basically what happened. Dogs didn't beat humans with strength. They didn't build weapons. They didn't invent language. They just became the one animal humans looked at and said, "Yeah, I'll pay for everything." That is not evolution. That is business. And the scary part is, dogs are not just cute by accident. Dogs are extremely good at reading humans. They understand our tone, they understand our body language, they notice our routines. They know which person in the house gives them food. They know which person says no but means ask again in 8 seconds. Every dog has already ranked the family. There's the strict one, there's the soft one, and there's the food guy, there's the walk guy. And then there's the absolute loser who lets the dog sleep in the middle of the bed while they curl up on the edge like a shrimp. Dogs know. You think you trained your dog trained you. You say sit, the dog sits. Then you give it a treat. From the dog's perspective, the lesson is not "I should sit." The lesson is, if I place my butt on the floor, this idiot gives me chicken. That is not obedience. That is a transaction. The dog is not thinking, "Wow, master taught me discipline." The dog is thinking, "Interesting. Human responds well to basic movement." And it gets worse. Dogs learn emotional timing. They know when to act cute. They know when to act sad. They know when you're eating. They know when you're leaving. They know the exact sound of a cheese wrapper from 2 rooms away. You could open a bank account and your dog is asleep. You open a cheese packet, suddenly it appears like it got summoned by a dark ritual. Dogs have mastered one of the strongest powers in the world: being present when food exists. And then there is their real weapon: puppy eyes. This is the nuclear bomb of dog manipulation, because a dog doesn't even need to bark, it doesn't need to do tricks. It just looks at you, eyes wide, eyebrows up, tiny sad face, and suddenly your brain stops working. You go from "no, you already ate" to "okay, fine, one little piece." And that one little piece becomes half your sandwich. This is where dogs are dangerous, because dogs figured out that humans are weak to facial expressions. A dog can look like it has been betrayed by society because you refuse to give it a Dorito. And your brain believes it. Your brain goes, "Oh my God, I have failed this creature." Meanwhile, the dog ate 12 minutes ago, but the expression is too strong, that the eyes are too powerful, and it feels illegal to say no. Every dog owner knows that face. That face has bankrupted people. That face has stolen dinner. That face has turned grown adults into baby talking servants. You don't even talk normally around dogs. You see a dog, and suddenly your voice becomes, "Who's a little baby? Who's my little man?" That is not you. That is dog mind control. And here's where it gets even weirder. When humans and dogs look at each other, it can trigger bonding chemistry. Basically, your brain gets rewarded for loving this animal. The dog stares. You melt. You pet the dog enjoys it, and then it stares more. And now both of you are trapped in a loop of emotional fraud. This is why dogs don't just feel like animals, they feel like family. And honestly, that's the genius part. Dogs didn't just become useful, they became emotionally important. A cow is useful, a chicken is useful, a horse is useful, but a dog gets into your heart. That is next level strategy. Because once an animal becomes family, it gets protection, food, shelter, medical care, emotional priority. Humans will spend thousands of dollars saving a dog that once tried to eat a sock. Think about that. A dog can eat trash, bark at a vacuum, chase its own tail, and still have a family saying, "He's so smart." Is he? Or are we in too deep? Because dogs got us to ignore everything. They smell weirdly, they destroy furniture, they bark at nothing, they lick random objects, they sometimes drink toilet water, and somehow we still say, "He's perfect." That is power. Let's review the dog lifestyle. Wake up, stretch, eat food provided by staff, go outside with personal security, smell random grass for 11 minutes, poop while making eye contact, return home, nap, receive affection, bark at a delivery guy, nap again, eat again, get called a good boy for existing. That is not a pet, that is a retired billionaire. Dogs live the life humans are trying to manifest. No job, no bills, no taxes, no emails, no awkward small talk, and no LinkedIn, no where do you see yourself in 5 years. A dog's 5 year plan is still here, still eating. And honestly, respect it because dogs found a system. The system is humans. We are the economy. We are the transportation, and we are the cleaning service, and we are the entertainment, we are the chefs, we are the healthcare system, and the dog is the client. The dog does not even have to understand capitalism, it just has to look sad near the fridge. Now, to be fair, dogs are not just freeloaders, dogs actually gave humans a lot. Early dogs probably helped with hunting. They warned humans about danger. They protected camps. They helped humans track animals. And they cleaned up scraps. They gave companionship. And today, dogs still do serious work. Guide dogs, rescue dogs, therapy dogs, police dogs, herding dogs, dogs that can detect illness, dogs that help people survive emotionally when life is trash. So, no, dogs are not useless. Dogs have genuinely helped humans for thousands of years. But here's the thing, most modern dogs are not hunting mammoths. They are not guarding ancient villages. They are not fighting wolves outside your cave. Most modern dogs are looking at your pizza crust like, "Surely, brother, communism applies here." And we respect it. Because even if dogs use us, we also use them. We use them for comfort, for loyalty, for companionship, for not feeling completely alone in a world where everything costs money and everyone is tired. That's why the relationship works. Dogs get survival, humans get love. It's not one sided, it's just very suspicious how good their side of the deal is. People always say humans domesticated dogs. But what if dogs also domesticated humans? Because look at how much humans changed for dogs. We design houses around them. We buy cars thinking about them. We choose apartments based on pet rules. We change schedules for walks. We go home early because the dog is alone. We spend money on dog food, dog beds, dog sitters, dog grooming, dog daycare. Dog daycare, a place where your dog goes to socialize while you go to work. That sentence alone proves they won. Humans created a whole industry around making dogs comfortable, and dogs didn't even ask in English. They just existed hard enough. That's elite. That is influence. A human influencer has to post every day, edit videos, build a brand, beg for attention. A dog just tilts its head. Boom, 10 million views. Dogs are the original influencers. No captions, no strategy, no niche, just ears. One of the smartest things dogs do is act helpless, not completely helpless, just helpless enough. A dog can hear a bag open from another continent, but suddenly it has no idea how to get a toy from under the couch. It will look at you like, "Human, assist me," and you do, because it feels nice to be needed. That is part of the trick. Dogs make humans feel important. A cat looks at you like you are staff. A dog looks at you like you are God. And that is addictive. And the dog says, "You are my whole world." And the human says, "Finally, someone appreciates me." That's why dogs are so powerful. They don't just take, they make you feel like giving is meaningful. Picking up their poop is disgusting, but somehow you still feel responsible. Buying them food is expensive, but you feel proud. Taking them on walks is annoying sometimes, but you feel like a good person. Dogs turn chores into love. That might be their greatest trick. So are dogs secretly using us? Kind of. Not in an evil cartoon villain way. Your dog is not sitting in the living room thinking, excellent, the human has fallen for my plan. Probably, but dogs are absolutely benefiting from us. And over thousands of years, the dogs that were best at bonding with humans survived better. The friendlier ones got fed, the cuter ones got protected, the ones that understood humans got kept around. So dogs became really, really good at being loved by humans. And honestly, that might be the most powerful survival skill ever. A shark is scary, a lion is strong, a crocodile is ancient, but a dog got humans to pay rent on its behalf. That is not weakness, and that is genius. Dogs didn't need to rule the wild, they outsourced survival to us. And now they live inside our homes, eat our food, sleep on our beds, and still make us feel lucky to have them. That is the best deal in nature. So the answer is yes, dogs are using us, but we are also using them. They get food, safety, shelter, and a personal assistant who carries poop bags. We get loyalty, comfort, chaos, and one creature that acts like we are the greatest thing alive even when we're wearing pajamas at 2 p.m., eating cereal from a mug. So maybe dogs did play us? Maybe they did hack our brains. Maybe they did turn humans into servants. But honestly, if the scam is cuddles, loyalty, and unconditional love, I think we're okay with being scammed. Still, though, next time your dog looks at you with those puppy eyes, remember that little guy might be unemployed, but he has better negotiation skills than you. And somehow, you're still going to give him the treat.